Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is JC, and this is the Aloha Press podcast and YouTube show. Guess what?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Feels like it's been years, feels like it's been months. I've hit record like 6-7 times because I am so nervous to record this podcast YouTube show. It's one of those things we set out goals, we set out dreams, and all of a sudden life punches you right in the mouth and you realize there's certain things in life that have to take precedent and have to take priority. First and foremost, the Aloha Press has absolutely been a gift to me. It has helped my mental sanity. It has helped all things in life. But there's a famous quote by Warren Buffett. It says, first rule of investing, don't lose money investing. Second rule of investing, don't lose money investing. And it comes to find out the Aloha Press it's an expense. It's just the way it goes. And when it's not making money, which it never has, it's challenging. It's tough to dedicate hours and hours and 40 plus hours a week creating and writing and doing all these things, especially when the content we'd be commenting about absolutely sucks. No one was watching golf in December. No one was really watching in the beginning of January. And it was one of those things that, to be honest with you, this schedule just hasn't worked out. And the money thing, that just hasn't worked out either. I mean, it's tough to be motivated to talk about some shit that's not exciting when you're getting paid a lot. Fuck, I could talk about fucking potatoes if I was a potato salesman. You know what I mean? But we're here. We're grinding away. We've set aside some things that, I'm excited about. It's on this journey of the Aloha Press. It's less about the golf stuff and it's more about like life in general. And it's one of those things that I sit here in front of you, if you're watching it here on YouTube or just listening to the podcast, you have to understand kind of where I'm coming from. This is a dream of mine. My dream is to produce content. I love golf. Golf was such a great distraction for me when it came to law enforcement. It was one of those things that I did for many years. It was a great excuse to get outdoors. It was a great excuse to have a few beverages. It was a great excuse to light up a cigar, but it was a great opportunity to really trigger the competitive spirit. Because in law enforcement, you start getting competitive and sometimes you start making mistakes. And the one thing that I learned about golf in my journey the last 16 years of playing this magical sport, magical game, is that it's tough to get hurt. And before I joined law enforcement, like the things that I did was I played college football, I raced motocross, I wakeboarded, I snowboarded like a crazy person. We would do these, we would go snowboarding and it was like, am I going to break something today? Like I broke my nose. I broke my tailbone. I fractured my wrist. I literally broke my face. I would come back from snowboarding with like skin taken off my face from the half pipe, just slicing, layers of skin off, which is, that's where I get all my good looks. But with that being said, golf has given me so many great things. And when I'm away from it, I'm away from the podcast, I'm away from the YouTube show, I realize like the excuse of like the money thing is bullshit because I absolutely love this. Getting in front of this camera, being able to talk to you with this microphone, it just it energizes me. It gets me pumped up. It gets me pumped up to live life. And I got a phone call. And I'm sure everyone listening, watching the last couple months, last like 3 months, my co-host Jeff hasn't been with us. There's some things that is going on in his life, which everything is wonderful. Nothing horrible, but they take priority. And in 2018, my son, Chase, he became my biggest priority. And it's one of those things that you look at your life and you reevaluate and you reassess and you think, what kind of life do you want to deliver to your kid? What kind of dreams have you fulfilled for yourself? And do they match up with the dreams that he might have? I moved across the fucking country. I quit my career to do the things that I love. Because who the hell wants to live in a house with someone who's fucking miserable? Now, don't get me wrong. My job as a cop was fucking amazing. It was amazing. I loved it. I loved chasing the adrenaline. I loved chasing bad guys. But the thing that I loved more was spending time with my family, spending time with my son, golfing, planning events, producing content. It's pretty fucking magical. And when you say, like, when you're in a career and it's like, hey, bro, like, fuck, you can't say some of that shit. You know, like the rhetoric that we're pushing, okay, or the values that the government puts out there, the things that they're telling people to do. Whoa, what you're saying on your podcast, your YouTube show isn't kosher with what we're doing. Like, it doesn't fucking jive. Like, the things don't match. And it fucking pissed me off. I'm going to go through life censored? Are you kidding me? Have you met me? I'm a crazy person. I'm an absolute psychopath. And I get that. And I own it. But I think you got to be a little crazy to do this. But with those restrictions, like, you just fucking hit the reset button. Pack your shit and go. Let's roll. Like, if you knew life was going to end in 5 years, would you still be doing the shit you're doing right now? Absolutely not. And we're getting off into a rant, and I apologize. We're here to talk golf. We're here to produce content that you're going to fucking enjoy and love and learn. That Luke List out at the Farmers Open Championship down in beautiful San Diego, Torrey Pines, is your victor. I mean, I hate to say it, like, because California, I mean, it's a beautiful place. They have beautiful golf courses. It's an amazing place to grow up, but San Diego. I mean, if I was going to pick a place to live and play golf every day, it might be San Diego. Like, besides the enormous homeless population and, like, you know, the border crossing bullshit and, like, the nonsense with the politics in regards to California, it might be a place so I want to fucking post up and just live. Because I've been down there. I've been down to San Diego multiple times. I've had the opportunity of playing Torrey Pines South. It is an amazing, amazing walk. Is it the best golf course in the world? Absolutely not. And I think we saw that on Saturday. And let's get to Luke List. Let's get to Will Zalatoris. Let's get to Jason Day, John Rahm. I mean, holy shit. I mean, packed full of punches coming down on the stretch. Not on a Sunday, on a fucking Saturday. You've got PGA Tour players going out there and grinding on a golf course that, to be honest, you could absolutely spray it. And the thing that I learned about a couple of our competitors is Jason Day back? I mean, almost was in contention. He's in the final group, sitting at 13 under, hole 14. I mean, to get tied with the lead, a guy who had already finished an hour and a half before everyone else, Luke List posts a 15 under score and is sitting out on the driving range freezing his ass off in the cold. But you got Jason Day, Will Zalatoris, John Rahm coming down the stretch, and you think one of these golfers is going to make a move. That they're gonna, you know, get a little protein shake, a little power bar, a little shot of Bang energy drinks. There's one of those things, and get them fired up, ready to fucking make some moves. But you looked at it and you're like, God, this is tough. Like, it's not US Open tough, but those greens are challenging. The complexes, the overall length, the accuracy that you need to have off the tee of that Zosia or that fancy grass that they've got down there. You got Jason Day on the hole 14, and dude just pipes one down the middle, and sure enough has like gap wedge. And I've played that particular hole. It's difficult because you don't realize, like, right behind that flag six on 14 is a cliff. Like, no finding your golf ball, like, bye. Like, you and the rattlesnakes and the homeless people are gonna go hang out, and that's just the way it goes. I think I saw Chewbacca sitting down there collecting golf balls, eating them. But I'm saying Jason Day goes out there, just knocks one to about 2 feet, and rolls it in for eagle. And all of a sudden I go, are you kidding me? Mr. Balloon Boy, the guy with the bad back who's only 34 years old, the future former world number one, is he going to be in contention? Is he going to be the one battling? Is he going to get the victory? Because I think his last victory was somewhere in this region of Torrey Pines. Shit, he's won here like 3 times. But the Aussie could not get it done. Luke List is still out of the putting range. Just, you know, rolling putts, hitting drivers off a tee box somewhere. And you got to think, Luke, you've got no chance. You got Will Zalatoris, one of the hottest amateurs in the game of golf. One of the hottest non-amateurs, younger guy, second, and I didn't even say I think this is his first season, even though he was named Rookie of the Year. He's an official tour member now, unlike last year. Will, I mean, him and his shaky putting, I mean, he's coming down the stretch. All he needs is birdie on 18. And to be honest with you, like 18 looks more like a par 4 than anything. I mean, it's got the only water in the goddamn hole or on the golf course. But besides the Pacific, you would think Will Zalatoris sitting there about 12 feet underneath the hole to win. To win. You'd hit it at least past the hole, bro. You didn't even get it to the cup. Like it just, that Poana, it just slithered past the hole, and it just purely shocked that Will Zalatoris and Luke List were going to a playoff. And you think about it, like a guy who had been on the range, maybe been to the bar or two, had a few cocktails, would he be ready for a playoff? A guy who's never won. His kid was quoted as like, "Dad, can you win a trophy, please? Like, you're out there grinding each week. I mean, this is your 207th start on the PGA Tour. Can we get a victory, please? Like, we want some hardware. We'd like to come back to this beautiful place." Beautiful resident of Augusta, Georgia. I'm just saying. You would think replaying hole 18, Will Zalatoris would absolutely have the upper hand. But these two dinglings decided to push it into the bunker, chip out, and it was just a chip off. And sure enough, Mr. List adds a victory to his list out at Torrey Pines, and it was absolutely magical. Knocked it to about 2 feet, rolled the fucker in, and claimed the trophy over Will Zalatoris. And it was pretty spectacular. I mean, as a guy myself, getting a little older, getting up there in the numbers, getting a little gray hair there, you look at a guy like Luke List, who's just been grinding his whole life. And this is an absolute amazing opportunity. And with the guys in the field, Luke List is not a guy you're going to pick. I mean, John Rahm was 2 back. I mean, defending U.S. Open champion here at Torrey Pines. And you got Jason Day. I mean, former number 1. Will Zalatoris, one of the hottest, youngsters out there on tour. And you think, you got it. But you got it. I mean, shit, good for him. Luke List, your Torrey Pines champion. But let's get to the real drama of this particular event. Saturday finish. Making way for the NFL Sunday ticket. I mean, what the hell are we doing, golf? What are we doing? Like, if I was Farmers, okay, the sponsor of this damn tournament, you said, "Hey, guess what? We're going to play Wednesday through Saturday so that everyone can watch football." Now, don't get me wrong. Football would definitely take precedent. But you got to think, why? Why the hell can't we have a Sunday finish? Why the hell not? Why can't we have golf Saturday, all day Saturday? Why can't we have golf Sunday? And give the sponsor an opportunity to be in front of people. Like when you turn on golf on Saturday, which hardly anyone does, it'd be kind of a shock. And they were promised that, they would have the numbers, the Saturday night primetime finish on the East Coast. You're not even catching the West Coast channels. I mean, the thing's got to end before 5:30 gets dark. It's winter. It's January. It's the end of January. What are we doing? So, was I a fan of the Saturday finish? Not really. I think it's a bullshit excuse. What? We already had Jim Nantz, okay, out in Kansas City, broadcasting remotely, which, by the way, I turned on the Saturday coverage. I hear beautiful Jim Nantz's voice. And then I'm reminded why I don't like the CBS broadcast, besides Jimmy. You got Nick Faldo and Dottie Pepper. Oh, my goodness. I will say, Dottie Pepper, she's getting to an age where she's got to be replaced, right? Can we get Amanda Balionis out there? Can we get someone else? Can we get one of those like voice transformers, like? Can we make her a robot voice, or is there ability to just mute her during the coverage? Like technology these days, I can ask my phone to do pretty much anything. I can order food. I can get the cops here. I can do all kinds of magical things with this device, but I can't, for some reason, eliminate that voice on the freaking coverage. It's driving me crazy. But it was good to hear Jim Nantz back. Nick Faldo, good God, it sounded like he had a few cocktails. Not necessarily him slurring his words. He just was ripping people. I enjoy that, Nick. Thank you. There were no square shape up fucking shoe advertisement from you. So we'll see. As the season goes on, we'll see how it unfolds. But at the same time, Saturday, you're in San Diego. Couldn't we have had a finish at 3 before the AFC Championship game? Would that have been okay? I think so. But let's leave it to the other tour. Let's leave it to the other victory on beautiful San Diego. So let's get to the topic. I mean, is it fair for farmers? In my opinion, no. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good, but it is what it is. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave us a comment below and we can discuss it further. Or do one better, okay? If you're listening to this on the podcast, do me a favor. Subscribe to the podcast, the YouTube show, but also leave a review. If you enjoy what we're doing here, I greatly appreciate it. We don't charge any ads quite yet. But with that being said, as always, check out Wednesday's show. We're going to be breaking down Wager Wednesday here on the YouTube show. And guess what? We've got firsthand knowledge, firsthand info coming to you from Pebble Beach, the Pebble Beach Pro-Am in beautiful California. We'll have that for you on Wednesday. And as always, hit bombs, attack pins, and Aloha Press. Cheers.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.